What's going on, guys? T-Mart here, and today we're going to be talking about some more Call of Duty Ghosts information, more specifically the new Create a Soldier feature, which is kind of what's replacing Create a Class. So the basic premise behind this thing is you have 10 soldiers in the game. Each one of them you rank up and unlock things individually. So it's kind of like having 10 different accounts merged into one account, which is pretty cool. Now, the thing is each of these soldiers are unified between multiplayer and squads mode. You know, they're linked. So when you unlock a weapon in squads mode, you also unlock that weapon in multiplayer. When you rank up in squads mode, you also rank up in multiplayer. You know, it's all the same. It's all the same level, all the same soldiers, all the same loadouts, all that kind of thing. So that's pretty cool. You know, if you don't want to hop into multiplayer and be super competitive, you can play against some bots and squads and still rank up, which is pretty cool. Now, each of your 10 soldiers can have up to 6 loadout slots or create a class slots. You know, that's, you know, the name for, you know, your weapon, your perks, your kill streaks, things like that. So 3 of these loadout slots are available right from the start. So as soon as you unlock that soldier, he's going to have 3 loadout slots available, and then 3 more can be purchased with squad points. And squad points are kind of like the unlock tokens of Ghosts. You earn them by playing the game, and you spend them to unlock things like weapons or perks or kill streaks or things like that. Now, for these loadouts, they kind of work on a variation of the pick 10 system that we saw in Black Ops 2. Now you have 12 points, and these points are allocated to your weapon, perk, and equipment selection. So your primary weapon, your secondary weapon, your tactical, and your lethal all take 1 point away. And then for your perks, each of the perks are different. Like, you know, perks that are really simple like quick draw and things like that only take 1 point. But then something a little bit more valuable like off the grid or, you know, kind of Ghost of Call of Duty Ghosts takes 3 points. You know, the perks will vary from 1 to 5 points depending on how useful they are. That's how many points it's going to cost you. So, you know, you could go with a bunch of 1 and 2 point perks and have a ton of perks, or you could go with a couple of 3, 4, and 5 point perks and only have a couple. So that's kind of how it works. And this is, you know, it really makes the class setups or the loadout setups very, very deep, because you can load yourself out in the weapon and equipment category and give yourself, you know, a primary, a secondary, a lethal, and a tactical, and then you'd only have 8 points left to spend on perks. Or if you want to be more frugal, you can only give yourself a primary. Like if you never think that you switch to your secondary, only give yourself a primary. Don't give yourself any grenades or equipment or anything. And then boom, all of a sudden you got 11 points to spend on perks, and you can be like pretty much a super soldier that can run around really fast and reload really fast and swap weapons quickly and can't be detected by SATCOMs, you know, things like that. So it's up to you. It's up to your playstyle. It's up to you, you know, how you want to play, whatever you want to play. And that's really cool. You know, it's really going to help with the boredom factor, you know, the kind of the staleness of the game, you know, after 5-6 months when people are like, oh yeah, Call of Duty's awesome, but I'm starting to get a little bit bored at times. Now you have a lot more options to mix it up and, you know, have different styles of play, which is pretty cool. So we actually saw quite a few of the loadouts in these videos, so I want to go over them with you guys, kind of show you some of the loadouts that you can have. So this first one right here, this guy's got the SC-2010, which is described as fully automatic. Redesigned barrel provides longer range with reduced recoil. I've actually played with this weapon and I loved it. It's an assault rifle. For his secondary, he's got the PDW, and this is a 3-round burst pistol. So I put up a video the other day. I thought it was going to be a 4-round burst just based off the numbers and stuff, but I guess it's going to be a 3-round burst. So there you guys have it. We've got a 3-round burst pistol in Call of Duty Ghosts. Next up, we've got C4, which is described as a plastic explosive that sticks to any surface. Detonate by R1 or double tapping square. Can't wait to serve up some C4 sandwiches to people. And then also, when he was going through his class setup here, we saw a lot of the perks. So the 3 he currently has equipped are Agility, which gives you faster movement, Stalker, which gives you faster movement while aiming, and then Quick Draw, which in general gives you faster aiming, like aiming down sight quicker. Now, other perks we've seen are Ready Up, which is ready up faster after sprinting, Strong Arm, which allows you to throw equipment faster, decreases the cook time of grenades, and resets the timer when you throw it back. So that's a pretty damn good perk, especially for 1 point. Next up, we've got Off the Grid, which makes you undetectable by the SATCOM. Incog, which makes you resistant to targeting systems like the recon perk, thermal sights, tracker sights, things like that. And then also, when an enemy targets you, your name won't show up and their crosshairs won't go red. So if they can't like actually see the outline of your body, they're not going to get like that, you know, crazy name that pops up and then tells them to shoot you. So that can be pretty useful. Next up, we see Dead Silence, which obviously reduces movement noise. We are, you know, that's not a new perk to us. We've also got Blind Eye, which makes you undetectable by air support. Takedown, which I'm pretty excited about. This removes the skull that reveals the death locations of enemies. Like, you know, when a teammate goes down, it shows the little skull above right where they went down. If you have this perk on, that skull won't show up for the enemy team, so they aren't going to know that you killed somebody in their area, which I think is going to be pretty useful. And then finally, recon, which we've also seen before, which tags enemies when they're hit with explosives like nades or concussions or, you know, things like that. So those are the perks we've seen. Now, as for kill streaks, this guy had the guard dog on, which is a 5 kill streak. You guys have seen that. I have gameplay on my channel. He also has a sentry gun, which is a 7 kill streak, which I think is pretty high for a sentry gun. Hopefully those things are pretty good. And then finally, he has the battle hind as a 9 kill streak or a 9 score streak, which, wow, that thing better be pretty good too. You know, we're used to seeing the choppers at like 7 and things like that, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Now, next up, the second loadout we see, you can see this guy here has the honey badger, which is a very good assault rifle. I absolutely love it. And it looks like he has a red dot and some sort of burst setting on it. Like, I don't know if it's a select fire. I don't know if it's making it so it's a burst rifle instead of a fully auto rifle. I'm not sure what it is. And then also you can see down there in his kill streaks, he's got some type of drone as his 9 score streak, which is pretty interesting. I haven't seen that yet. Next up is loadout 3 that has the USR sniper that I'm very excited to get my hands on. He's got an ACOG on it with a custom reticle and then some other attachment that I can't really tell what it is. Next up, we've got loadout 4, which is the Vector. He's got the MP443 Grok pistol secondary. And then finally, down in his score streaks, you can see he has the Maniac Juggernaut equipped as a 10 score streak, which is awesome. I've actually got gameplay on my channel, so make sure you guys check that out if you haven't seen it yet. Now, moving on, we got 2 more loadouts to take a look at. We got loadout 5 here, which he has the IA-2 Marksman Rifle, which is a kind of a high power, high recoil marksman rifle. Like, it's a single shot rifle that usually kills in probably 2 to 3 shots. So it's got quite a bit of recoil to compensate for that. Also, take a look at his class. He doesn't have any secondaries or equipment attached, so he is all perked out right now. He spent all 11 points on perks, which again is something pretty cool to really customize and deepen this create a class or create a soldier kind of setup. Now, finally moving on to the last loadout we've got loadout 6, which this guy has the MR28 marksman rifle, which is one of the lower power marksman rifles, but it's also got the lowest recoil. It's got like very, very little recoil, so that's pretty cool. And then on this thing, he's got what looks to be a muzzle brake and then some sort of, you know, hollow point or armor piercing or deep impact type of ammo that I'm assuming goes through walls better. So, yeah, those are all the loadouts that we've seen over the past couple of days. Now, we've also seen a little bit in terms of character customization, so check this out. This is absolutely insane. As you can see, you can change the gender of your character, the head, the headgear, the uniform, the patch, the background, and the clan tag. So that's pretty crazy. You know, it's really endless, all of the visual customizations you can make in this game. And if you guys don't know, all of these things, you know, all these different heads and headgears and uniforms are unlocked via completing operations or challenges. So again, you know, I mentioned this in a previous video, challenges are now called operations and they don't give you XP. They unlock you visual and, you know, aesthetic customizations. So that's something new that we haven't seen before. And then finally, the last thing I want to show you guys, and I'm sure a lot of you guys want to see, are some of the camos that we've seen from this gameplay. So we've only seen 2 camos. One is this red tiger-esque camo, as you can see on this MR28. We got a couple of different pictures here. And then we also saw it again on the USR sniper. So there's some type of red tiger looking thing coming to Call of Duty Ghosts. And then the second camo we've seen is this cool yellow camo that we can see on the Remington R5 assault rifle right here, and then we can see it better on the Vepr in this clip right here. So yeah, we've got some sort of red tigerish camo coming, and then some sort of like crazy yellow, you know, even kind of yellow tigerish camo coming as well to Call of Duty Ghosts. I'm not sure what they're called. I'll keep an eye out for more camos as I see them. But yeah, those are just the ones we've seen so far. So anyway, there you guys have it. That is all about the Create a Soldier system in Call of Duty Ghosts. I want to lay it all out for you guys because even I was a little bit confused. And yeah, it's pretty cool to know just how much customization and how many different options and, you know, different ways we have to play this game. Like, it's going to be absolutely amazing. We're all going to enjoy it. It's going to be great for this YouTube channel. I can't wait to bring you guys so many videos, you know, everything from tips to going for high scoring games to, you know, game battles, interactives, and even just, you know, messing around and having fun. I'm going to have so many videos for you guys. I cannot wait for this game, and I cannot wait to show you guys how hard I'm going to work for you all. So thank you all for watching. A bunch of great videos coming soon. Check out one of the other 2 videos I'm sure you haven't seen them yet. Catch you all later, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Peace out.